Do 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 do. We're going on an adventure. We're going on an adventure. The audio sounds great this morning, which is nice. All right, guys, so here's the plan for today. Nice and easy. I'm going to start implementing some putting in between sets. Okay, so always good to start with some of this. And I will share, I've done some warming up already before we started this morning. I've already been up for like 2.5 hours working on stuff. Kind of burning it at both ends recently, guys. And that's not a norovirus joke. Just been grinding, trying to make this channel content thing a success. Trying to keep making cool stuff. Whoa. Okay, that's fine. Oh, hello, dogs. Hi. You came to say hello? Hi. You guys just need some attention while we're trying to work out? We just started. All right, go tell me about it. Oh, man, they really are the best. Dogs. Oh, hello. Can I do my workout, please? Yeah, we're going to do our workout. All right, guys, couch stretch. This is a great one. I just got a chair here. We're going to lean back into that hip flexor. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's the good stuff right there. Hi. I know, you're just looking for some attention. We just ate. We went out. What more could a girl need? She says, I love to stand in the middle of the room, Dad, and just look around. All right, so hit the other side. This side's even tighter. That's why we do this stuff, right, guys? All right, next up, scap wall slide. Basically just gonna stand next to the wall. Oops, might be almost out of frame, but you guys get the idea. Hey, Athra's here. Thanks for saying hi in the chat, my friend. Just gonna try to keep the arms connected to the wall, through the full range of motion, pushing the shoulders down and back up. What are you doing? Are you doing warm-ups? This is a golf mobility strength workout. So all the exercises are here on the board. And this is a 5-day program that I built with some AI help to focus on, you know, the strength and mobility that's necessary for a golf swing. So it has a lot of rotational and core stuff in it. All right, so that's nice and good. I've got this band here that hooks up into the door frame. Basically gives me like a unlimited cable system. So we'll do some face pulls next. All right, pulling these right back towards the top of my head. We'll do the circuit twice through, so it usually takes, you know, about 25 minutes, which is great. I can do it at home, I can do it on the road. Can always use body weight stuff instead of the kettlebells, you know, if I'm traveling. All right. And I'm going to, you know, probably 90% of failure with each exercise because, you know, I want to make sure I get a good fatigue in the muscle, and I'm only doing 2 sets, so. All right, so after this next set, we'll start hitting some putts in between. So I'll do some clean and press here. And we'll hit some putts, like 5, and then we'll do the other side. Got to make sure we can do this stuff when the heart rate's elevated, when there's fatigue involved. Boom. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. 5 for 5. We'll go back and do the other side. All right, nice. 5 more reps on the Pelz Tutor. Let's go. Let's go. Five for five that time. All right. The farmer's carry, we're going to modify. Forgot to write it differently, but we'll just do kettlebell, march. Hey, Adam's here. What's up, Adam? Appreciate you, my dude. Hope you're doing well, brother. Do you think I maybe need to move this a tiny bit? All right, so we'll do some kettlebell marches. Ah, missed on the right there. Okay, 4 out of 5 on that one. And we'll grab our band. Dead bugs are this core exercise where we're gonna, on alternating sides, go 1, 2. That's good. All right. Oh. Come on now. Come on now. There you go. All right, 5 for 5 there. We'll head back to the top of the board. Hey, Mad Dog is here. Zach says, I was talking with you about the Rapsodo MLM a couple weeks ago. I got it for Christmas. Thank you for your help. Let me know how it worked. That's awesome, Zach. Hey, Stinka's here too. Really happy for you, Zachary. That's exciting. I hope it serves you well. You know what? I'm just going to use this as a substitute for the wall. And we're just going to work this down and up through the scapular range of motion. Okay. Next up is the band face pull. So I got my band set up in the door over here. All right. Five more putts on the Pels tutor. All right, not the best stroke, but that's not what matters. What matters is hitting the ball on line, and we did that. Okay. Just barely missed on that left side, but a miss nonetheless. No, another miss on the left. Not our best. There's an intruder. Intruder alert. Hello. Oh, look at you. You gonna help with the workout? You helping? You helping? Pinksels is here. Wow, a lot of tattoos. Yeah, I feel like people kind of pretty much know that about me at this point. I mean, I'm pretty well decorated at this point. All right, guys, clean and press next. We'll do the right side, hit 5 putts, do the left side, hit 5 more putts. Right into 5 more putts. The funny thing about having a lot of tattoos is you really don't notice them after a while. So when people mention them, you're like, oh yeah, I guess I do have those. There we go. All right, 4 for 4. Let's make it 5 for 5. Nice, perfect set there. Come back to the left side. Clean and press. Five more. Not our best stroke. That's okay. Bounce back on the next one. There we go. Nice. All right, now I'll do the march. Switch up left and right sides. Great way to stretch your neck too. Okay. 5 more putts. Really good stroke there. When I'm putting my best, I don't really feel my hands at all. I just feel that light stretch in my left shoulder when the club goes back. And that stretch just releases as the club comes through. No. Missed on the left there. Not our best. Okay, right back on track. Next, last one, banded dead bug again. I'll be honest, guys, today was one of those days I didn't feel like turning the stream on. I thought, I can just do my workout. Maybe I'll make a video or something later, but I'm glad I turned it on. Nobody really watches these. There's like a handful of people that will check in the mornings occasionally, but I think it's more for me to show the process and show some accountability and be like, hey, I was here and I showed up and I did the work that I said I was going to do. I think there's some value to that, at least for me. All right. So that's the workout for today. Probably do a little cool down. Hey, Pinto Beans is here. Joseph Frazier's here. Congrats on your partnership deal. Thanks so much, Joseph. I really appreciate that. I feel like I've said it, a dozen times already, but I'm so excited for what that partnership can mean for the future of the channel and reaching our golf goals, but even more broadly, to bring someone like Mike on board and benefit from his expertise and experience. I'm going to learn so much. I already have. And I'm just so grateful that things worked out. It's just one of those like weird life works in weird ways kind of moments. And he had some like appointments open up. I had time. We said, why don't we just meet, in person and have a meeting. And it worked out so well. I, really feel like we hit it off, both personally and professionally in terms of approach and how we think about golf, how we think about, getting better and using data and trying new things. So it's exciting to meet like-minded people in the golf world. And, yeah, I keep coming back to this word, but I'm just so excited. I'm going to be in there Monday morning, first thing. We'll probably do our workout from there. Should actually make this functional. One thing that we've already identified is that I knew this, but it's funny. You work with somebody who knows what they're doing, and within like 3 swings, he goes, I think your left hip has a restriction. I was like, it sure does. It's fascinating how Mike and I talked about this yesterday, how your physical limitations so often are the thing that dictates what you can or can't do in a golf swing. And, how I spent years and years trying to do things like fix my early extension, but I couldn't because like my hips and back didn't work right. So no matter how much I tried to practice rotating better and staying in my posture, my physical capabilities they weren't there. So no matter how much practicing I did, I was always going to be limited by, my range of motion, my flexibility. So plus it's nice to be able to add value for other people the same way that I love giving back and helping people with their golf game, whether it's with tips or drills or swing stuff. And also, showing people what life in sobriety can be like, and connecting with a lot of you guys who are on the same journey as me. It's nice to be able to give back, and I built this skill set to some extent with social media and building an audience and knowing what works and what doesn't, and to be able to bring some of that expertise to a partnership like that will be mutually beneficial that's what it's all about, right? It's people helping people. And I know Mike's business is going to do great because he has so much to offer. Hey, Ranig's here. Crazy update for you. Just ordered my golf clubs. New Tacoma irons, TaylorMade QR10 driver. Played 3 times. Okay, tell me more. Handicap went down from a 22 to a 12. That's amazing, dude. But remember, that's because of all the hard work you put in, not because you got new clubs. New clubs can certainly help incrementally, but you didn't drop 10 shots because you got a new driver. That's because you put in a bunch of time, you showed up for yourself, you went to the range. Before you know it, you'll be single digits, bro. You're really close to it. Oh. My neck has been a little tight recently. Oh, I did swing pretty hard yesterday for the first time. I probably hadn't swung a club in maybe more than once or twice in the last 3 weeks with the holidays. I've been doing this a lot as well, like bridging off the back of my head to strengthen some of these neck muscles. I know I'm not an F1 driver, but it can't hurt for a golf swing to have your neck not be whipping all over the place. Plus, we're all hunched over so much looking at our phones. I think it's good to let your body work in the other direction. At least I am. I spend so much time trying to spend less time on my phone, and it's hard when you make content and your phone's beeping all the time. I have this thing called the Brick, which I do recommend. It's just you gotta make yourself use it. It's a good tool, but like any tool, you have to use the tool. Nice clubs. I do remember you, Gunner, yeah. Pinto Bean said yay. Yay is right. Ooh. All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's golf mobility and strength workout. We'll be back with more great content on the channel soon. Stay tuned. We'll probably do some outdoor speed training, hitting drivers into the net later today if the weather cooperates. So stay tuned for some more good stuff. I hope everybody has an amazing Friday heading into the weekend. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for all the support, guys. Oh, don't be sorry, Gunner. I appreciate you being here, bro. Everybody's busy. Don't be sorry, brother.